Imagine asking a room full of people one simple question. What makes a successful relationship? Many would answer, trust, love, commitment, communication, loyalty. Now imagine asking a second question. Does a successful relationship require sexual exclusivity? Suddenly, the room becomes much quieter. For most of us, we have been taught that love and exclusivity are inseparable. The ideal relationship is often presented as finding one person who will be our best friend, lover, confidant, adventure partner, emotional support system, and lifelong companion, all at the same time. But for some couples, that model doesn't fit. And that's where open relationships enter the conversation. What's fascinating is that when open relationships succeed, they often succeed for reasons that have very little to do with sex. They succeed because of communication. In many successful open relationships, partners have ongoing conversations about boundaries, expectations, fears, and desires. They talk about subjects many couples avoid: attraction to other people, jealousy, insecurity, and unmet needs. Instead of pretending those feelings don't exist, they bring them into the open. And, paradoxically, that honesty can strengthen trust. Because trust is not the belief that your partner will never be attracted to someone else. Trust is the belief that your partner will tell you the truth. Another reason open relationships work for some people is that they challenge a modern expectation that one person should fulfill every need we have. Think about the pressure that creates. We want our partner to be our emotional anchor, intellectual equal, best friend, passionate lover, travel companion, therapist, co-parent, and source of endless excitement. That's a lot for any human being. Some couples recognize that no single person can realistically meet every need all the time. They choose to maintain a committed partnership while allowing certain connections outside the relationship. For them, love is not diminished by freedom. Instead, freedom becomes part of the relationship agreement. Another surprising aspect is the distinction between love and exclusivity. Many people assume that if someone desires another person, their love must be fading. But desire and commitment are not always the same thing. A person can be deeply committed and still experience curiosity, attraction, or connection with others. Open couples acknowledge this reality rather than denying it. That doesn't mean it's easy. In fact, one of the biggest challenges is jealousy. And here's something interesting. Jealousy isn't necessarily proof that something is wrong. Jealousy is information. It can reveal fears about abandonment, insecurity, comparison, or loss. Couples who navigate open relationships successfully often learn to treat jealousy not as an emergency, but as a conversation. They ask, what is this feeling trying to tell me? What reassurance do I need? What fear is underneath this? Those conversations can create remarkable emotional growth. But we should also be clear about something. Open relationships are not a magic solution. They don't fix broken communication. They don't repair a lack of trust. They don't save struggling relationships. In fact, if a relationship already has serious problems, opening it often magnifies those problems. The same qualities that make monogamous relationships healthy, trust, respect, emotional maturity, and honest communication, are exactly what open relationships require, often in even greater amounts. So the real question is not whether open relationships are better than monogamous ones. The real question is whether a relationship structure matches the values and needs of the people involved. For some couples, exclusivity creates security and intimacy. For others, openness creates authenticity and freedom. Neither path is automatically right or wrong. A healthy relationship isn't defined by whether two people are exclusively devoted to each other. It's defined by whether they are honestly devoted to the agreements they have made together. Because in the end, successful relationships are not built on following someone else's rules. They are built on two people consciously creating rules that allow both of them to thrive. Thank you. Please follow us and like the video.